quantlabsnet.com. Anyways, I'm doing a quick live stream. I'll be doing one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, next 3 hours. I will not be taking any questions, but I just wanted to show you the latest updates on what I have with these trading bots with Python and Rhythmic. So here is what I've got on the screen. All right, so let me just show you the proper terminal here. So this right here is running 8 bots live with Rhythmic data. Okay, I've slowed it down to handle so this is the report. It's thank you for the like. So this is the general report. Let me just shrink this down for you. Okay, so hopefully you'll see this. So here's the stats. It's right now, I think, one stop. Hello, Aaron. We're one stop away from going live. I'm using market data from Rhythmic. I think we're about one step away. So hopefully in an hour and 24 hours, I'll be able to use real market data, real trading. But what I'm about to show you is, hello, CNN. We're not doing any questions, a quick stream with this new phone and whatnot, but thanks for joining in. So this is the latest. So we got March 10th, all the news from earlier today. So this is how sensitive we can get these banged out. Right there's your strategies. We've got GC, ES, CL, ZB, ZN, NG, HQ, and Silver, okay? So right there, you can see what are the best performing bots as it stands right now. This is running it against live trading data. Well, I should say simulated paper trading. But you can see here what are the most popular, profitable strategies are. We have the GC. You can see in the name there, it is real rate phase. And then we also have number 2 at ES stagflation curves. So you might have heard about those reports earlier today. So these bots are sensitive to that type of data. Everything else is not really making any money. We can also see here by the win rate, which is pretty good at $100 a pop over the last couple of hours. This one's the most profitable, the silver one. But the way I would look at it, from a portfolio manager, I would only work with the top 2 that are performing. For everything else, it's just those are kind of like dogs competing against where they're not generating profits. So you generally want to go with either the GC and or the ES. So that's what we have here. And here's the individual rankings. You can see here the GC, ES, again, real rate fade, ES, stagflation curve. There's a style mean reverting for those 2 fills and 9 fills. One has, ES has a 100% win ratio. And there we have some fills as well, and so on and so forth. So these are all simulated data using paper trading, but this is why I don't think you really need any more back testing, because you could test like this, run it for an hour, run it for 2 hours, you know almost instantly which ones will be the most profitable. Okay, and here's all the individual reports. So I just want to show you this, which is kind of exciting. Well, I didn't think we get this many people on. Okay, anyway, so as I said, I'm just testing out this new phone here, Google Pixel 10 XL Pro XL. Quite good. I'm going to stream with it tonight, 7 p.m. We can do all the questions then and there. Just testing everything, and I just want to show you what's been developed. This is 100% working with, it's all AI from today's reports, JDI. As I said, welcome everybody. So this is the best I've seen. Again, this is one of the random streams that I was mentioning on Friday, Saturday. I'm going to do a couple more. They seem to work good, but I'm going to schedule tonight and at 7 p.m. And we could talk about this further. But I just want to show you that this is very exciting. So right now, where I'm at with Rhythmic, as I said, I can't really talk about Rhythmic and the tech behind it, and then the coding, sharing it, just their terms of service. But where it stands right now, I'm hoping to get this running with live real live market data in the Rhythmic production servers out of Chicago, which means I can start trading real money. I've been trying to trade for the last 3 weeks for about 3, 4 different strategies, and they're just not triggering orders. Here, I'm hoping with the Python, I'll be able to trigger orders finally with real market data and real trading. And you can see the types of strategies that are doing well. And this is again from today's news. I'm going to do another batch, maybe later tonight, downloading all the data feeds, news feeds, going through the same process. Right now, just so you know, I have to keep what I have running so that Rhythmic can see it and assign all this technical stuff on me. I will tell you the security. I can definitely talk about security with Rhythmic. The security on Rhythmic is no joke. With Rhythmic, it's not like where you have interactive brokers and just have a login into, let's say, TWS, and that's it. Rhythmic is totally different. With Rhythmic, you have a customized certification or certificate that you have to run within your app or your bots, and that's for C++ and Python. Also with Python, I think I did mention this on the last stream, is they use protobufs. So you have to go in, compile all this protobuf stuff, which is now customized for your account. Okay, so if I was to give you all my environment to you, it won't run. And if you were to change it to your account, it will not run. So everything's locked down via the certification and the and this protobuf stuff, and that's for Python. Plus, I will test it for sure, but from what I'm seeing, it can run in Linux, which is great. Also, just from an AI provider point of view, I go on about Minimax. I've tried GLM from ZAI and another Chinese AI. The way my current setup is, it craps out, it breaks. I don't know why, it just breaks. I've then started to experiment again with the latest Claude and now the latest Codex from OpenAI. The Claude is super, super expensive, but the Codex 5.3 is really good. It's probably on par if you're going to just stick with Python and JavaScript, okay? If that's the case, Codex can work really good, and the really good thing is it's almost in line with the Chinese cheap AI. That I'm going to keep testing, but right now I'm having some decent success with Codex. Blow me away. So I think Claude is going to have to answer to these high costs that they charge in their code generation. Anyways, I'll take one question from Aaron, and actually I don't mind staying online. So for Aaron, how are you working with all this data? Is it batched or are you storing it for backtesting? All this data, I should talk about this. I can stream data or I can do snapshots of historical market data. The streaming, because I'm right now testing with 6 bots, I can go as high as 20. They will kill your system. They will conflict with each other because of the streaming. So you're forced to only use snapshot data, historical, but it's all same day. Just depends upon your frequency. I could do tick. I could stream it if it's 1 or 2 bots for a live trading environment. So right now I'm just doing in the test mode, just doing snapshot data. But once I go live, because it's only 1 or 2, I'll probably stream it, and I can easily code the AI, co-generate that for the production environments, but using the same trading bot logic, if that makes sense. So for Codex, are you paying as you go, or do you have a monthly account for JDI? With the Codex or anything I use, I'm going through the equivalent of an open router. But as I said before, you want to always, whatever you use, you want to make sure you have a cap, a hard cap. So when you stream or use AI, that there's a limit and you cannot access and run the AI anymore. Because if you don't, you will easily, if you're doing it with Claude, you can easily run into the thousands per month. Okay, that's something I would probably put down as a critical requirement, running all these AI, especially if it's in parallelization or running it with agents. You will get killed otherwise if you're doing it like that. So Codex, for now, looks like it's going to be the one until this new DeepSeek 4 comes out, so I'll try it out. We'll leave it at that. Are you using level two data? Yeah, it depends what you define as level two. I can use bid and ask, and I'm also using open, high, low, close data. So level two can go all the way down to level nine if I choose to go with options. Right now, I'm just sticking with futures for the simplicity's sake, because once you start starting with options right now, it only complicates the trading logic. Is what you don't want. You want to go step by step and as primitive and as easy as possible. Great videos and content on. So glad I joined Lifetime. Awesome. You've seen the price since you joined. It's very expensive. One thing I'll say about that is once this is all done and I'm in test mode, everything's running beautifully. Once I get this running with real live market data, I'll gladly generate a pro institutional level report for all this, because I just post on LinkedIn and it goes out to all the multi-trillion dollar asset managers, which means they can support what I charge as a fee for this quant lead programming, which is pretty, it's much as a car, I'll say that, or a good portion of a car fee. But anyways, everything's working really good. Took some time, and as I said, the best AI model I've come across for now for coding, it's fast, which is Codex, I think 5.3. I'm having difficulties with Minimax now because it's so slow, and for whatever reason it breaks. With Quen 3, the problem with Quen 3, it still generates some errors, which is not great, but then it can also break as well. I've tried them all. GLM is not so bad, but I think DeepSeek will hopefully kind of become the premier model out there, as usually it is once a major release comes up. Are you backtesting showing any worthwhile crypto strategies? Okay, let me talk about crypto. I probably may do a post on, may not. I don't know. The AI did reveal this morning that altcoins are dead. Okay, there's no volume in altcoins anymore. When you go online, YouTube right now, everyone talks about liquidity, 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 and it's going to dry up. I think it will, but there'll still be enough liquidity in certain asset classes with the ones I've shown you just now. With the altcoins, institutions are no longer trading or even doing research on altcoins because there's just no liquidity, no volume anymore. So what's left is Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Bitcoin and Ethereum does not get its volume up consistently and get back into a momentum base, I think crypto as a whole may be at risk. And people go, well, it's because of this, because of this. The reason crypto, namely Bitcoin and Ethereum, is at risk now is because of stable coins. The demand for stable coins is pretty popular, and I'm seeing a few interesting strategies with stable coins. Okay, but that's outside of futures because you can't trade stable coins in the futures market. So you have to be with a couple of large crypto exchanges, Bybit, Deribit, Binance, which most Westerners can't access. Because you can't trade perpetual. I mean, I can't trade perpetual in Canada. I know that. That's perpetual futures. So that's where I think the future of crypto is going to go as well, as what I'm seeing with the AI and what I'm seeing with the reports. Because none of the AI is now generating any Bitcoin, Ethereum bots. It may down the road if the news gets better and there's momentum coming back into the crypto market. I'll gladly try it out because it's a fairly easy switch. You guys got any more questions? It's interesting. A lot of spaces are losing demand. Private equity, crypto, commercial real estate. Yeah, I was kind of concerned with myself being in Canada with the BlackRock, what just happened last Friday with the private credit. I have excellent portfolio managers. So we had reports that some of the Canadian, call them funds or whatever, real estate wise were crashing and getting closed out and people were losing money a lot. But I'm fortunate none of my portfolio managers are running anything risky at all. They're highly registered firms and nothing real estate, no private equity, no private nothing. It's mainstream equity mostly. So I'm good there. Legit stuff. So I'm not too worried about that, at least for myself. You probably want to find a portfolio manager that's like that. Have you guys got any questions? If not, I hope to see you at 7 p.m. tonight in 2.5 hours, almost to that. Anything else? Hopefully I've added everything you need just to show you that this is working really perfect. And hopefully you like the quality of the stream now too with this new phone. It looks pretty good. So I've shown you the reports. They're good. I can run those not quite real time, but I can just run a Python script and it'll generate my HTML for me. And for anybody out there, I know who you are. The reason I use JavaScript versus TypeScript, because I like to distribute HTML files because it's very easy to distribute for people. They just open it with a browser with the embedded JavaScript as well. And the cool thing is that's all they need is the HTML file because it's all self-contained. Whereas if you use TypeScript, I'm not sure, but they may have dependencies out there. Looks like there's no more questions. How long are they managing my portfolio? I would say a year and a half. That's my big portfolio. I don't mess with portfolio. Everything else I do on my own. If you're interested, I do have a small interactive brokers account. It was up last week, 22%. It got killed in the last few days where I lost, I think, almost 10%. I almost only two positions. OR is a symbol name, which is a Cisco, a gold royalty in Quebec. And the other one was Philip Morris. And those two got killed. So I put them, I exited both positions. And I'm probably going to move into, I'm going to do a comparison, just either sit in Canadian dollar because that's a U.S. Oil related currency, or if the U.S. dollar continues to I may just sit in U.S. dollar for that little portfolio. Because when was it? 2023, 2022, when everything went to crap. That whole account that I had, I just sat in U.S. dollar for the whole year, and I got about 17% return for the whole year, just doing nothing with that account. So we may enter into those kind of regimes as well, because gold and silver's not doing all that great either. So I guess we'll leave it at that. But as I said, I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Same everything, just different time, same stream and everything. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching for now. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you in less than 3 hours. Over and out. Have a good day. Anything else that comes out, I'll let you know on that stream as well. Have a good set of 3 hours. Over and out. Bye.